Hello, everyone. Welcome to, I believe we're on a Link to the Past Randomizer League channel today. I am Calvin919, or you can just call me Calvin. I am joined by Blue Link, P3. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I'm excited for the second week of this season to get started.
It is exciting. We're hot in the, league season. However, the seed that we're rolling today, is something that we've seen multiple times across many Link to the Past speed runs. It's Kaz Boots. Everybody should be familiar with this mode. Do the front of escape. You have boots, so we're going fast the whole time. We start with the sword. Pretty standard, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, standard indeed. It is not an open start. We have to go through the whole escape sequence.
And those boots, will, get the back of escape as well. Should be, you'll never have to come back to Hyrule Castle, hopefully. Well, you shouldn't ever, unless you got an Agaseed. But it's always nice to get the middle of the map, taken care of. And besides, we're going fast the whole time, so. But we got two runners here today. We got Iceman F1 and WaltherIV, or Walter 4. So to paint a little bit of a picture for these two runners, the teams that they're on, they're in the open portion of League. They are, let's see here, we got Cheesecake, the team that Iceman's on. They are 0-2, so did not have that good of a week one, so looking to bounce back in this matchup right here. And then we got Walter. His team is 1-1, so looking to put some more points on the board, as we got 10 arrows in Link's house.
Oh, we have Iceman going around the right side of Link's house. That's quite unusual.
It is indeed, and we're going to get our uncle check, followed by, I had my teammate call this, and in one of our co-op practice seats, the carpet. I'm like, what? Shout out to my teammate. And $20 on the carpet, though.
I don't think I'll ever be able to unsee this carpet. Thanks.
Shout out to, I ain't gonna call him out, but yeah, it was funny. It's like a little meme. Like, that's one thing I think about League. This is my first season playing with teammates, building a bond with teammates, seems to, we come up with some funny jokes and we're just having a good time. Speaking of, I wanted to touch up on, this is Iceman's second season in League, and this is Walter's fifth season. He's participated in every season except last season, season 5. So he is an OG for sure.
So our runners are testing out their boots on this decidedly not carpeted floor.
Is that going to be our meme of our commentary? Is like, this floor is not carpeted.
Until we get something actually interesting to talk about, like that cane of Samaria right there.
Hey, that's very nice.
Iceman rejecting that single rupee there.
Let's see, what's in Zelda's cell today? Is it the mirror? No, just 3 bombs.
Okay, Iceman fortunately avoiding an unscheduled death warp there.
Yeah, he's got 2 more heart pots right there, so it's fine. But yeah, definitely taking a death there would have been really bad.
So something I haven't heard addressed before is how does Zelda keep up with you when she doesn't have her own boots?
You know, I've always thought that. Like, that's wonder what she wears. Does she wear high heels or at least tennis shoes, maybe? Probably high heels. That's gotta... I can't comment how it is to run in high heels. Never done it.
I have to imagine if you're planning on getting kidnapped, though, you probably want something easier to walk in.
Maybe she's barefooted, you know, had to take away the shoes when they locked her up in the cell. I wonder what chat thinks. Tell us what kind of footwear you think Zelda's wearing to keep up with us with our Pegasus boots.
Either way, I do hope they're waterproof.
Yeah, you gotta walk through the sewers here. All that fun stuff. Definitely getting wet. Those shoes are... somebody came in the chat and said she's wearing rollerblades. But in the back of Escape, we got 3 bombs, more bombs, and a tunic. So early defense, not bad. And chat is keeping up with our carpet memes of saying Zelda gets bonus movement speed on non-carpeted areas. Fair enough.
I believe we have not seen the map yet, so let's see who remembers not to open this chest. Unless I'm just completely wrong. No? Okay.
And Walter with a very good 518 through the escape. And that'll put Iceman about 19 seconds behind. Ooh, both of our runners remembering that map, bro. Alright, I saw a red crystal, I believe, on Eastern, green pendant on Hera, and a regular pendant on Desert.
And if I'm not mistaken, I believe that was a vanilla blue pendant at Desert.
Yes, indeed.
Unlike last week, this is of course not all dungeons, so we do care a little bit more which dungeons there are pendants and crystals.
It looks like a red rupee on Lumberjack. That was really fast, but I think I caught it.
You were indeed right.
There we go. Walter's going to say no to that heart piece on both of them in the forest. You know, saving a little bit of time by not picking up both those items there. You got blue mail. Should be alright. You're going to pick up more heart pieces, I'm sure, as you go along.
Alright, we have reached Kakariko Village on Walter's side.
See, hearts and freaking blind cell. Who needs all the hearts in the forest when you can just pick them all up here?
Oh look, 2 entire heart containers.
Ooh, if you did pick up the 2 heart pieces in the forest, you would have picked up another 3 whole hearts inside of Blind's hideout here.
So both of our runners doubling their health total in Blind's house.
See if the well comes up with anything more useful, like another heart container. Isn't this seed just lovely?
I will tentatively agree with that statement.
Well, there's the glove. We love to see that. And $300. So far, CAC, being very lovely, but, we need more than just some love,
Well, the bottle vendor is selling an exclusive collector's edition 1 rupee piece. I believe that's, I think we call that a scam. I don't know.
No, definitely. Don't spend it all in one place, I would say.
I appreciate the Wind Waker reference.
Oh yeah, that is a Wind Waker. And speaking of exclusive items, how about the single arrow of destiny? The one that's going to kill Ganon in Chicken Hut, and then 3 bombs in the back of Tavern. Oh, seems like Walter thinks he found a bottle somewhere, and sick kid continuing his nap, and leaves a bomb behind for his trouble, trying to blow up his
bomb,
house.
bottle, they sound similar enough. I guess you could get them confused somehow.
No, library of bombs. I don't think we're going to pick that up anytime soon today. $20 on the race game, so CAC, besides those gloves, is becoming up completely dead.
Iceman's going for this blind. Let's see if he actually bothers to pick up the 20 rupees at the end.
CAC having nothing, there has to be something here, right? Nope. But, we'll pick it up. It's building up that Zora money. Can't be that bad.
Yeah, you never know when that 20 is going to be the difference.
Let's see. We got a little divergence here. Walter starting his South Shore play, and as it looks like Iceman is going for a hula hand play.
I do like this. That'll put him at Zora money, and then he can go to South Shore and do all the water checks at once.
Let's see if we get getting a peek over here at Desert Ledge. Ooh. That'll be nice once we find the book.
That is interesting because Desert is a pendant, and on the off chance that Meyer turns out to be a pendant as well, we may never actually get that flute.
Yeah, that one seems like... Man, that boot is... Yeah, it is very interesting. Doesn't really seem like worth going for either, but... Oh man, that's tough.
Looks like Walter's also going for a hula hand. He's doing a different method here.
Yeah, Iceman could have done it this way too, but, to each their own. As we're going to get our first look at Mini Moldorm here. Going for spin strats here on the Moldorms. Oh, we got bomb strats on the other side. Ooh. Fetch quest.
Well, that bow does give us a full clearable Eastern, although not quite in logic without that lamp.
You know, with these two runners being a one being an OG and one being, you know, second season vet, I'm pretty sure that they should be able to handle the dark rooms very easy, such as Eastern Palace.
Oh, of course. And Eastern is not particularly difficult as far as dark rooms go.
More love inside of Ice Rod Cave here, and we're going to set up the water walk here. We'll see if any of our runners go for the hobo strat here, or if they're just going to go straight into waterfall. Nope, no hobo strats, just going straight into waterfall.
Ah, the better boomerang.
I agree. All right, what has Zora got for us today? We're running out of checks here. It is in logic due to that glove, so let's see if logical access or logical progression is here on Zora. Nope, just, you know, everybody giving out love today. What a lovely seed. Very, very lovely. And it's heart containers too, so, you know, you love to see those. Worth $500? I don't think so, though. But it seems like the eastern area is the play.
Looks like Eastern is the next reasonable play to make, and they are both heading in that direction.
So we need to see either the hammer or Mitts and the Pearl, or Master Sword Kate Lamp around here, I think. Or
Well, that's
a wild
a very
mirror
shiny
here.
mirror in the back of Saha's closet.
So Eastern is definitely the move here. I don't think there's anything left for either one of our runners.
So we are hoping for, I guess, a hammer and a moon pearl. We also have not checked that mushroom yet. That could have the answer.
Oh yeah, that's right. This is actually one of my favorite rooms in the game, the Cannonball room, and it's going to yield us the big key. So 3 items here in Eastern Palace. It's logically not completable, but like we stated earlier, I think these guys are just going to go ahead and clear it out. It is a crystal. Why not?
And that's the first of 3, just some cash.
Not gonna say no to that $50 though, you know, after just getting scammed by the big fish. Compass chest yields us the Moon Pearl.
So we're just a hammer away from Dark World access now.
So did we get the God Eastern and get the last item here? Ooh, now you got a 50-50, and it looks like they're both going for it. They are pretty much in sync. And you got
Our runner is handling these dark rooms with no problem whatsoever, as expected.
So for a hint for anybody that's new to watching randomizers or even thinking about doing it yourself, you can easily navigate dark rooms if you have a sword by holding it out. It kind of shows you where you are. That's what both our runners did right here. And if they had taken the gamble and gone to the back, they would have saved some time. Just a map and the big key chest.
Interestingly, Iceman was in Eastern Palace a little bit before Walther, but Walther has pulled ahead slightly. This one's definitely the more entertaining of the dark rooms. Walther's surviving there, getting through with the key.
I think Iceman is trying to do what Walter did and just ping the Igor with the arrow just so he can kind of guide where he is. This room can be a little bit frustrating, but it looks like he finds the key and is now heading upstairs as well.
Oh no, that is tragic.
Well, Walter strikes first with a first crystal at 20 minutes, 23 seconds. And it looks like Iceman is opting to go all the way back in. I mean, there's no logical progression on the last item here. You could strongly debate of saving and quitting and just go and check that mushroom.
That is a good point, especially since we do have the mirror, and we could just come back here after pod.
This mushroom, I think, it has to have something. I don't think there are any checks left. I believe this will probably be, I'm going to guess lamp. Gives us our mountain access. That's my guess.
Yeah, that'll give us 2 checks on the mountain. We can see what's on top of Spectacle Rock.
They could also get entire... Oh, Titans. Okay. Well, that is Dark World access right there.
So we are headed straight for Village of Outcasts then.
Yeah, that is the only dark room or Dark World portal that they have available to them at the moment.
Getting a quick look at King's Tomb first. Surprise, another heart piece. If my math is correct, I think we've seen more than half the heart pieces in the game already.
I mean, I'm not going to argue with the math. I think you're right. You know, blue male, how many hearts does Ultra have? 1, 2. Oh, map check. Red Turtle Rock, and our last pendant was
Skullwoods.
Skullwoods. So everything else should be a regular crystal.
Also, that does mean the book will turn up at some point, so we will be getting that flute off Desert Ledge.
Oh, yes. I missed what the first check in... Oh, with small key. Of course, to walk over here, it has to be a small key. Okay. Another small key. Hey, look! Another heart!
I have no comment.
You know, I think the seed heard us talking about carpets, and they're like, you know what? We're just gonna make you talk about something else and talk about heart containers all day.
Iceman collecting his Titansmith, but it looks like he has something else in mind right now. Oh, he never went to the desert area, and he doesn't know about that flute yet. No, he's going to... Actually, this makes way more sense. He's going to King's Tomb the faster way.
Hmm.
And that was the book turning up there in the middle of Skullwoods.
Yeah, you did mention briefly the only difference really between our runners at the moment as far as knowledge is concerned is Walter knows where the flute is. Versus Iceman did not go over in that direction. 20 bucks on Bumper Ledge.
Walther taking this all the way across to Graveyard Ledge.
I mean, this is smart. If you don't do it now, like you've already done Graveyard or King's Tomb, you've checked Bumper, you've got both items out of Skullwoods. If you don't do this now, you're never going to do it. So, being very thorough with this plays.
Just 20 rupees. We did turn up our first bottle on Chest Game on Iceman's side.
And you know, with the mirror, that practically makes another easy Village of Outcasts check. C-shape just bringing us 3 bombs. So it looks like Iceman's not going to... Well, hold on. He's got the mirror out. Yep, gonna check Sick Kid before entering Thieves Town. See if we can make Thieves Town a little bit easier. But Walter walks right in and gets... Hey, guess what? Another piece of heart.
Sick Kid just giving us his lunch money.
While the second chest in Thieves Town is the powder.
Which we can check thanks to that mirror, even though we don't have the hammer.
There's the big key in the third chest. And the last chest... I mean, I can't say I'm surprised that's... But 3 items in the front of Thieves Town here means only 1 more in the back.
You know, I don't dislike this decision to leave and just maybe come back later.
Yeah. Typically, sometimes runners will put off Thieves Town until they get the hammer. being that one of the items could be in the big chest, which we need the hammer for. One item left in Thieves Town.
This is interesting. Because of key logic, the small key cannot be in the attic or on blind, so it's actually 50-50 that the small key is going to be locking itself in the big chest.
That is true.
So, I don't dislike this play from Iceman either. Actually, these are both perfectly defensible plays to make.
I wonder how behind Iceman feels like he feels and has to take this 50-50 gamble if he's reading the suit correctly. Just the compass in the attic and a lot of digs for 10 arrows there on the dig game. So in Thieves Town, we have not seen the map yet. If map is in blind cell,
then that guarantees the small key is locking itself.
Correct.
So even if the small key does turn up, it's still 50-50 if the last item is on blind or not.
That's still a 50-50 shot.
Meanwhile, Walther turning in the smiths and not getting anything of importance. He's now going to check Magic Bat. Well, there's the hammer on Magic Bat.
Oh. Let's see what blind drops here. That hammer. Oh no. Okay, let's note here that there is an item in the big chest.
It was a good gamble. There was a 50-50 chance he didn't have to worry about it, and then on top of that, whatever chance of the item being in the big chest. Unfortunately not paying out, and it's entirely possible that item is not needed.
That is true.
I believe it was 26 digs here on the dig game for a measly 10 arrows.
A lot of work for nothing.
Walther sees that heart container and just leaves immediately. Can't blame him.
Come on, man. I thought we were collecting all of these today. Alright, Iceman is going to do the Smith Chain. I would assume that he does do Magic Bat while he's up here, so he's going to be rewarded with that lamp. Or with that hammer, excuse me. Actually going to do that first.
Walther, also having that book from Skull Woods, will be able to check but not claim the item on Bombo's tablet.
think he's also going to route in getting the flute here. I mean, it is required.
Oh, of course. This is very efficient routing by Walther. Now, do you wander around Desert Palace trying to look for those items, or do you just go get the flute and leave?
I mean, they're pretty quick. You have to go to the back of the front of Desert here anyway. You might as well. You kill like a little bit of time. And we still have so much left to look for here. I think you clear it out while you're here.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh, look, a Master Sword. Good call.
That means that small key or big key has to be on the torch right here. Or, okay, so I think what Walter is doing is either one of two potential things, getting the flute and leaving, or two, setting up his mirror point here.
And he's decided that Master Sword is good enough for him, and he is out. So he's going to probably go to the mire area, or the mountain, after activating that flute.
Yeah, the mountain will lead more checks. Oh, Walter's probably going to clear out Thieves Town at the same time here.
Some very good points being made in chat. Having the flute and mirror now means you can go back to Desert for that second item if you really need to later on, very quickly.
True that.
But once again, this is very good routing by Walther, being able to clear out this crystal dungeon, get the one item in that big chest, activate his flute, and then go wherever he likes after that. The question is, what does Iceman do now? He doesn't know about that flute, and he does not have the book, I think?
I don't remember seeing Iceman go into Skull Woods, although I could be completely mistaken. But we are going to get our height cave check here. This is something that Walter has decided to skip for now.
Oh boy, a fetch quest.
Hey! Alright, I don't think you're going to say no to that. I mean, you know, better offense and defense. I would still rate it about a 6 out of 10 on Height Cave. What do you think?
Depends on what's behind that shovel. I know that's kind of cheating, but
So
currently
you're saving your answer
3
for
out of
later.
10.
Gotcha. Oh, the reason you're giving it a 3 is because now Link is wearing a red tunic, huh?
Of course, you know me.
We're also going to get our pyramid check here, and we got action on both sides. We're also going to see probably that small key turn in here on Walter's side. Let's see if Iceman's going to have to worry about this later. This could be huge.
Okay, that's just comical. 1 whole rupee. So Iceman still does really need something big to go his way, and he's heading to Catfish. Maybe this will be it.
I mean, not really worth it, but I
And of
guess
course,
you
it's a
can-
red potion to restore all those hearts he's got.
Oh yeah, heart puns are strong with this seed. So Okay, I think Iceman is gonna run over here to 5, and then dip inside Palace of Darkness. I think if you're Walter here, your next play is definitely the mountain. After activating this flute, of course. Go ahead and get your salutes in the chat. Alright, see where Walter goes. No mountain. Okay. Be following Iceman in his footsteps.
Huh, this is actually a little unexpected. But, I mean, Pod does have a bunch of items in it, and yeah, you do need to do it, so... I guess if you find the hookshot here, it does make your mountain more efficient. And there isn't really anything you could find that would make Pod more efficient by much at all, so... I guess this makes sense?
Yeah. Typically, some runners like to, put up the mountain as long as possible. It is very nice with the lots of checks there, but getting the hook shot right there on the bridge chest definitely make that play a lot more better and faster. So good on Walter for putting that off.
Unfortunately, this is not a good thing for Iceman, who still doesn't have that book to get that flute.
He doesn't even know about that flute yet. So even if he were to go back to Skullwoods and pick up the flute, it'd be desert's so far out of the way you have to walk there, Like, when are you gonna do that?
That is true. Mind you, what else does he have available to him at this point?
I mean, if Lamp shows up here, I think that's gonna steer him away from. It'll put him up on the mountain, but it'll steer him away further away from that book in Skullwoods to the lamp to the flute on Desert Ledge.
Right, I temporarily completely forgot that you can go up the mountain without the flute, which Iceman can do.
See, another small key on the left side. I completely missed what was on the right.
That was also a small key.
Ooh.
Guess what Walter just found in the big key chest?
What was that?
A piece of heart.
Oh no. Oh well.
Okay, so
Yay.
those flippers that Iceman just got makes Swamp full clearable now.
Okay. That could be his next play. That's probably going to be his next play, for sure. Probably Walter's, too, I could imagine.
Iceman entering the dark maze through the door and not the not door.
Walter is following right behind in his footsteps. No hammer yumps today. I mean, they're still missing the big keys, so it is there in the top of the maze.
The compass is still outstanding, so it could be here or it could be on Helma.
Alright, last item is on Homosor King. I guess we're going to be able to see how our runners handle dark rooms inside a pod. We were painting a picture earlier about how Eastern Palace typically has pretty easy dark rooms. Pod ones, in my opinion, are a little bit more challenging, especially with those, I don't know exactly what they're called. I call them turtles.
I call them turtles as well. I've heard them called terrapins.
Turtles, terrapins, they're a menace inside of this dark room down here that we're about to go to.
That red mail actually might make a bit of a difference here for Iceman.
Chat confirming our enemy name knowledge of terrapins. Alright. Let's see how these runners handle these dark rooms here.
It's like playing whack-a-mole, but in the dark, and the moles bite back.
Now these terrapins are like John Cena. You can't see him.
Walther did get a nice double kill with a spin attack. I'm completely unsure of how many turtles are left on both sides now. Well, it is 0 for Iceman. Well done.
Yes. Unfortunately, we don't have Walter's audio, so we won't be able to tell when he finishes until he starts walking to the right, I guess.
Looks like Walther got them.
Yes.
That's Helmasaur King down for Iceman. Well done.
And
I'm not going to acknowledge that piece of heart. It doesn't exist.
Oh my goodness. Iceman picking up his third crystal at 47.29. Is, technically ahead still. But, again, book and swamp, or book and Skull Woods that leads to the Flute and Desert. Definitely required.
And as you predicted, Iceman making a beeline for Swamp. Not doing the shovel turn in quite yet. Looks like Walther is following him. He may do Hype Cave first. If he does, he'll have Tempered Sword, which would be very nice.
Where was Walter's second sword again?
That was in Desert.
Oh, okay, yes, correct. Now, I just thought of something. So Iceman finishes Swamp here. He can catch up on knowledge of the seed if he finishes Swamp here. And probably goes, I would guess go do Shovel Turn in first. And then make your way back down and check Agina, because he has not done that. While also checking the ledge at the same time, he'd be caught up with knowledge.
That is a good point. Do you think he goes up the mountain anyway looking for the book? Because Skullwoods is still just 2 items right now.
Yeah, it's tough, but eventually you would think you have to go in the Skullwoods. And if you go into Skullwoods, you haven't checked Desert yet, you go into Skullwoods and you find the book, well, you're just naturally, well, I guess Desert's my play. Best chat saying that best item for Iceman to find here would be Fire Rod. I can agree, I see that. I didn't catch what was in the first chest of Swamp, but we do see 300 here.
Oh, we are not seeing Specky from Walther. Still nothing of importance turning up in Swamp. We have found the map, compass, and big key. That means there are 3 items which Iceman may come back in for after defeating Argus.
I mean, I'm going to make a prediction here and say that he will. That's like half the items in this dungeon, and yeah.
The fact that he picked up that key when he didn't need to, if he wasn't going to come back, tells me he probably will. So you are probably right. Walther electing to do Left Side Swamp on his first trip.
So we already found all the dungeon items here. That means that Argus will drop an item. I'm going to take a guess, and I'm going to say it's a piece of heart. Well,
no, it's 4 pieces of heart. Oh, it's the Sank heart. That's beautiful.
Hey. Then we got left side over here on Walter's side. I think the seed is... This seed might have like 25 heart containers.
My goodness.
Which, by the way, chat, that are people watching the stream later on YouTube or whatever, that is a joke. You cannot have 25 heart containers of life in this game. They're maxed out at 20, but with how many heart pieces we've seen, it seems pretty like, it seems like it. And the big chest. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
So, now we have completely cleared out Swamp Palace. Iceman, what do you think each of our runners are going to do next?
I don't think Iceman can hear you, but if you were asking Blue Link, I think.
Oh, did I say Iceman? Blue Link. Yes, Blue Link.
I think going up the mountain. Well, I guess doing the shovel turn and then going up the mountain seems like the thing to do.
Okay.
If Walther really wanted that rupee hoard, I guess he could go get it off the Bombos tablet now.
Yeah, no better time to do it than right now, but I'm pretty sure he's going to skip that. But yes, I think shovel turn in, flute up to the mountain for Walter, shovel turn in for Iceman, and save and quit Sanctuary.
Oh, we're going to see at least Agina first. Hopefully Desert Ledge, so he will know where that flute is.
No! No, go the other way!
I really hope he doesn't save and quit out of here.
No, you hate to see it
no.
if you're rooting for him. Well, not even a shovel turn in. As Walter comes back in for his piece of heart here. Do we check that shovel on Walter's side?
Actually, is he going to Skull Woods now?
I mean, yeah. This is the logical play to do. Mountain access for him is not in logic, so there has to be logical progression here. As we see, Bombos is our Meyer medallion today, so we're going to have to find that as well.
Speaking of medallions, we have not found a single one of them yet.
You know, that could be good if you're rooting for Iceman here. I'm predicting somehow he has to... this flute, or this book, should lead him to Desert. And then he has to go straight up to the mountain, which I'm predicting we're, to catch back up. So it couldn't be that far behind, depending on what he does here.
That is a good point. Like, all things considered, he is on par with dungeon count. And yeah, as soon as he goes and gets that flute, he will be back on track.
I mean, there's nothing. If I'm tracking his the stream correctly, I don't think there's anything else left for him to do except to go to Desert.
I cannot think of anything either, but I'm no expert, so maybe we missed something, but probably not. You know, he could have done a ped check right there if he wanted to.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of ped, either of our required medallions could very well be on ped, along with the ice rod.
Let's see here. You can complete Desert, you can complete Tower of Hera, and the Fire Rod has to show up first.
True.
Which I'm sure eventually it will, So if you are a chatter that loves to see a ped seed, it is still alive.
Well, we're getting our first look at the whole wealth of items up here on Light and Dark Death Mountain. Okay, I think we were all expecting at least one heart container to show up here somewhere.
While Walter's killing these mini Moldorms, Iceman has elected to not go to desert and is going up the mountain. As we find the fire rod, fairy in a bottle, 10 arrows, baby's first shield, and some more arrows. So we're going to check Super Bunny here on Walter's side. Now, I think another way that Iceman could catch up here is that the Turtle Rock requirement to get in is something else other than Bombos. It's just another item for Walter to find here. What do you think let's take a guess. What do you think the requirement's going to be?
Well, seeing as we just found Ether, I'm gonna say Quake.
All right. Yeah, let's make it Quake too.
Moment of truth. It is Ether. That's slightly less entertaining. Walter checking floating island. That was not important, I believe, before stepping into Hookshot Cave. Well, there's Quake, but we don't need it.
Chat does bring up a good point. Fire Rod does now put every pendant dungeon in logic.
That is a very good point. Yeah, all three of them. That fire source the fire source for Desert and Hera, and also allowing us to get into Skull Woods. The back of Skull Woods, that is. Ether Tablet was just 20 rupees, and now Walter's headed into Tower of Hera.
I think you know, with the pedestal now being in play, and you're already up here, you might as well sweep this whole dungeon for both items and complete it at the same time.
Yeah, especially since it is the green pendant. That's another item on top of that.
Yeah, so 3 items plus, you know, a potential 4th. Not a bad idea. So all we're looking for is Bombos, Lamp, which is more of a suggestion, and Ice Rod. I believe that'll be our go mode.
That is correct. Notably, neither item has turned up in Hera, so Moldorm has one and the other is in the basement. Looks like Iceman is going to dive TR right now.
Interesting.
That is Moldorm down for Walther, and let's see, we have Junk.
Do you go to the basement right now?
I wouldn't, but I'm not very good at this, so let's see what Walther does.
He's gonna say no for now. Probably taking that portal, going back. Maybe this is a TR dive as well.
Looking like it. We still haven't seen Spiral Cave, have we?
No, we have not. Spike Cave. Or the shovel. Which is, you know, on the ground, but still. Just trying to keep that in mind so we don't forget.
So I see how we've both agreed that neither of us was going to acknowledge that heart container.
My phone buzzed, and darn you, Damien, for stealing $3 million from my Monopoly Go.
So Iceman is on 18 hearts, and he has turned down at least one heart piece. So I actually don't remember. We may have actually seen almost all of the pieces of heart, and there could be one heart container still out there, I believe.
So I think Iceman, the one that he turned down, was in the forest.
Yes.
Do you pick that up for the memes? Probably not.
You do it when you go to check PED, right? Or
Yeah,
pull
exactly.
PED. Blind pull PED, even. Iceman catching a fairy, despite being on 18 hearts red mail. I appreciate it.
Hey, combos in the lava chest.
Well, that means we are in Ice Rod Go mode, and that could be pretty much anywhere. In fact, just not in GT and not on Trinex. And not on Pyramid Fairy, because TR is our other red crystal.
Cave check right here.
Was it just me, or was that chest there in Mimic Cave completely empty? Like, literally nothing came out of it?
I'm sorry, I looked away again. Did literally nothing come out of it?
I mean, it was a piece of heart, but that's not.
Oh, okay. So we're not acknowledging. We can't see pieces of heart anymore. Gotcha.
I wasn't quite sure if you were also joking or not.
No, I literally looked away again.
Alright, so Walther about to find his disappointment as well.
You see nothing. Alright. Another dark room that we have to navigate here on Iceman's side, and Walter's gonna have to do this too. Iceman doing a very that dark room in particular, me personally, I have a lot of trouble with when you coming from the top down, but I can tell you if you're going from the bottom up, in like a mode like cross keys or something, all you have to do is hold the up button and you'll go right to the other side.
That is a very useful piece of information to have. Iceman just tanking a whole bunch of damage here on Laser Bridge, but he has the hearts to spare. We did just find the green 20 rupees, meaning that was our boots.
So, nothing on Laser Bridge.
Well, with Bombos, I imagine Walther will go straight to Meyer. However, Iceman does not have that option.
Iceman also skipping Spiral Cave.
That's an interesting choice, unless he just remembered and is going back, or is he going across to Hera?
Sahara.
This must be Spiral Cave for Walther, though. Otherwise, he would have probably just left. Actually, this is a good point brought up in chat. You can't save your mirror portal if you're going to Meyer, so I believe he is hoping that he can find the ice rod before going into Meyer, and thus save his portal and a whole bunch of time not having to traverse TR again. But it is not in Spiral Cave here.
Maybe the dig spot? Yes. And finally turn in that shovel. I mean, not the ice rod, but are we going to say no to some butter?
I wouldn't. I love butter.
And finally going to get Beatty's play that he would have done, probably going to Ice Palace.
This is very interesting, because he still has the green pendant turn-in available, and I don't think he has seen the camper. Iceman taking an unfortunate fall down the middle hole against Moldworm. Okay, chat correcting us. Yes, you can save your portal if you have not defeated Aga and you die in the Dark World overworld. Thank you for the information.
Very mold kill Iceman.
Now, is he going to do Hera Basement? That is an interesting question.
If he does, and it pops up our ice rod, it'd be huge. No.
Oh, I made another mistake. So ice is a crystal. This is actually completely required, and it makes total sense that that Walther would want to go ahead and do this. He also just pulled half magic there out of the vanilla big key chest.
See the half magic in this dungeon, especially.
The best weapon against Cold Stare.
I agree.
So this is Ice Palace from Iceman as well. He's going home, I guess. Notably, neither runner has seen Hera Basement or Spike Cave.
So, catch up a couple people that might be joining us here a little bit late while we traverse through Ice Palace here. We're in an Ice Rod hunt for Go mode. However, Iceman still needs to go to Skull Woods, pick up the book, to go to Pendant Desert, which on Desert Ledge has the flute.
He did get the book already. He just needs to go to Desert, actually.
Correct. My apologies. So yeah, he just needs to go to Desert to get the flute, which he does not know about.
So Walther not taking the 50-50 chance there on Ice Tea, looking for the third item. It was just a small key, and it looks like Cold Stare will have our third item then.
Uncle Felch reminding us that we've only seen one item in Desert so far too. Can't forget that.
That Butter Sword just deleting Cold Stare. And didn't get anything. Nothing. Absolutely nothing off Cold Stare.
Yep, I didn't see anything. It's going to be a Meyer dip from Walter here.
Looks like it. He has already checked out the rest of the area. And I suppose if he doesn't find the Ice Rod here, he can just mirror and go to Desert for the second item that is outstanding.
And if that's not it, you might as well defeat Desert here and, preparation for a pet play. Which then would lead to Skull Woods. Yeah, I think Walter has set this seat up beautifully. So we have a question in chat. How long has, flute knowledge been a thing? It's been a thing for about an hour, I would say about an hour and 10 minutes we've had flute knowledge.
Yeah, he went there very early. It was before Mini Moldorm Cave even. All right, that is Cold Stare down for Iceman, making very good use of that Fire Rod, being 2 swords behind. Walther. Walther coming back to check this chest really quickly. The big key was very early. It was in Spike Room, but I don't recall seeing any of the non-dungeon items coming out yet. Oh, we are going to see the camper now from Iceman. If the camper has the ice rod, do we call him Iceman as well?
Possibly. Did we not see this yet? That's crazy. Here's your 1 hour, 19-minute camper check.
Well, that cape, we've seen Bumper Ledge. It's not there, but we still haven't seen Spike Cape from either runner.
The desert play from Iceman. Bombo's tablet to desert. Yeah, it makes sense.
Walther having a real bad time putting this Mario block on the switch here in the Dark Mire room. But he gets it first try there on his second round, I guess.
We already know what this Bombo's tablet's gonna drop. Who loves money? Finally, at 1 hour and 53 minutes, Iceman finally knows about that flute.
I think he meant 1 hour, 20 minutes, and 53 seconds.
Did I say a minute? Lord, yes, that's what I meant.
Walther emerging alive from the darkness of Mire and heading to Vitreous now.
I'm hoping, I'm pretty sure Iceman's he might full clear this dungeon, I think. I'm hoping if you're rooting for him, you don't want to see Ice Rod here, because I'm pretty sure this is Walter's next play for sure.
Well, he just rejected that small key, so that tells us probably not.
Well.
And Vitreous did not have the answer. That is crystal number 6 for Walther, and he's probably going to go to Desert now, like you said, yes. Or no, he's going to go back into Mire for the items.
Oh, yeah.
So, where could this Ice Rod be that would reasonably give Iceman a chance to come back?
Man, they both didn't check Hair Basement. So not that. I wouldn't... This one's tough. I think it would have to be on Pedestal. I think that's his best chance. Wait, yeah, Pedestal. That's my guess. But even at that point, that's an execution race still. Where do you think?
That is a really tough question, because you have to think Walther's going to go to Desert right after here and then straight to Swamp. Like you said, he set up the routing to make that very efficient. We have a comment in chat saying Spike Cave, and I kind of agree that might actually be Iceman's best chance here.
say that, Iceman, is slowly catching back up.
This is a really, really tense race here. Like, this is far from decided, but it's getting more and more nervous on Iceman's side.
Orman 84 guessing green pendant check. That one's a little bit, orphaned and out of the way.
That was simultaneously absolutely nothing, but also the second item in Mire. If I've been doing my math right, I think Iceman currently has 3 pieces of heart. He skipped at least one somewhere else, and there's one in the cutscene chest of Mire, which means we have found all 11 heart containers, I think. I could be entirely wrong, but I think we found all 11.
I lost count when we hopped in the whale or went in the Blind's hut and found like 3 or something like that.
All right, this is going to be the green pendant turn in from Walther.
Is this our answer? You saw nothing.
Thanks, Saha.
A bunch of these NPCs and chests are coming up empty.
Yes, this does look like Walther... Oh, this is also quite efficient. He's going to be able to mirror and check the camper, and then, as chat suggested, probably taking this all the way to Catfish. We did see Catfish from Iceman, and it is not the answer.
So we got chat talking about which heart pieces both runners have skipped.
Yes,
if I remember
that is
correctly.
a good point. Yes, Walther did leave behind the heart container in Cave 45. That would put him at 19 hearts, and there was at least 1 heart piece that he rejected. So that is official confirmation, and we're getting double confirmation on Iceman's side. We have found all 11 heart containers. Well done, runners.
We did it. But kind of not. Because we didn't. We found them, but we didn't. Just go back and
Iceman picked them up. Walther didn't.
Did you make your appointment?
Iceman also having a little bit of trouble with the Dark Room Samaria block problem, but he's going in for his second round. Is this a ped check from Walther, despite not having finished Desert when he was in the Mire area? Well, this is very exciting, everyone. It's the Ice Rod on pedestal. Wow. We did see both items in Skull Woods. There was a heart container alongside the book.
All right, my bad. I'm back. What was on pedestal?
It was the ice rod.
Ooh. Okay.
Well, Iceman is almost at Vitreous. If he goes to finish Desert right after this, we could still have a race.
I think the second item in Desert has to be the lamp at this point. Now I'm trying to figure out where the lamp.
Where else in the entire kingdom of Hyrule could the lamp be at this point?
Could
Well,
be
that is
in.
crystal number 6 there for Iceman.
I don't think lamp can be on landmines. Where was the fire rod again?
The fire rod was in Paradox Cave.
Maybe.
And Iceman is going to Desert. Let's see if he's just going for the second item or if he's going to finish the dungeon.
Oh, he has no knowledge of the pedestal, so maybe he does full clear this.
Perhaps. But at this point, he must be thinking it probably is on Ped, because I don't think he has much else left, other than, of course, Hera Basement and Spike Cave. No, it's just 20 rupees for the second item in Desert.
Where is my lamp? Wait, is he really
He's doing
doesn't...
Green Pendant turn in first, which makes sense, I suppose.
Yeah, you can easily get back to the boss of Desert, so I don't mind this play.
I highly doubt we are going to see the 20th heart, because there's still a piece of heart lying on the floor in the Lost Woods. Walther blitzing his way through Skull Woods. Iceman just picked up his butter stick, and it looks like he is going for the pet check.
Okay.
And that's Mothula down for the third pendant for Walther. Iceman getting his knowledge of the Ice Rod. and our diligent tracker, Lady Laura Linda, pointing out that the lamp had to be in either the basement of Hera or in Spike Cave, which suggests the silvers should be in Ganon's tower, because it's probably unlikely that the silvers would have been the other of those two items. Walther about to pull the ice rod from pedestal and be officially in go mode. At 1 hour 34 minutes and just under 30 seconds. He is now off to Turtle Rock again. Walther somehow managing to get dead rocked by an alive dead rock. That's impressive.
So, Blue Link, since the walk from Turtle Rock over to Ganon's Tower is not that long, do you want to start that game that the Link to the Past randomizer community likes to play when we enter in Trinex?
Yes, that fun number guessing game.
Yes. So we'll start. Well, not going to start now. I'll type in the chat start, and then y'all get your guesses in when we get to Trinex room. That's when I'm going to start it. As we already see numbers flying in because we mentioned it.
Somebody scooped my 22. I'm simultaneously happy but also disappointed.
However, it does not count.
All right, we have Walther blitzing his way through Turtle Rock now, and Iceman on his way to Skull Woods.
Will he pick up that heart piece for the memes?
As much as I want him to, I don't think he's going to, unfortunately.
Oh, he's on the mirror? No, I'm just kidding.
I doubt we're ever going to see this opportunity again, and it's tragic that we're just so close. No, wait, we're not that close. The last piece of heart he picked up gave him a full heart container, so there are 3 other ones he must not have picked up at some point.
Oh. I mean,
Okay,
still
never
close.
mind.
Still close.
Walther
Yeah.
navigating that not dark maze room, and dashing a little bit too far there.
All right, just one more Samaria conveyor belt to the Trinex room and the start of our Ganon's Big Key guessing game. Go ahead and get your votes in chat. I'm going to go ahead and guess number 8.
That button stick making very efficient work of Trinex's 2 smaller heads. And there is Trinex down. This is going to be crystal number 7 for Walther. Which reminds me, this is our second red crystal, so silvers could very well be vanilla on Pyramid Fairy.
Oh yeah, true that.
I hope not. I mean, we've put in so much work. I hope we actually get to see the silvers.
And Iceman now officially entering go mode. Only a mountain climb and Turtle Rock behind. So I believe that this race is going to come down to GT routing plus if Walter takes a Ganon fall. I don't think he would take a death on 18 hearts. Red mail? No, I don't see that happening.
Yeah, I have to agree.
All right, and we're entering GT, so I am stopping the Ganon's Big Key guessing game. Let's see what we
he's
got
going
here.
to Hope Room first. Oh, there was another piece of heart there on Floating Island. That's one of our missing 4.
1 and 2 just yielding $20. And number 3, the torch. The blue bottle.
Yeah, nobody needs that at this point.
So we got checks 4 through 8 coming up here. Oh, 4 through 7, excuse me. Small key. 6, $50. And 7, the bad boomerang.
Interestingly, there's quite a few things that we have not seen yet. The Mirror Shield, Cane of Burna, yeah, and that boomerang, of course, that we just picked up.
All right, this is my guess right here, number 8. And it's just $50.
I appreciate Walter there using the correct boomerang in the room. Well done.
Check number 9 is a small key.
I believe that is the 3rd of 4 small keys. Here comes 4 more checks in Rando Room. Well, there's Burna.
I believe that was 13 was the last check there.
Math checks out. Yes, I think so. Or, wait.
Yep, that was 13.
Yes, it was.
So with
And
blue,
taking some hits from that anti-fairy there, he's almost at Trinex. And Walter heading on to Bob's chest now.
that is 15. So I think the way Iceman comes back here, he goes to DM room, gets some keys, and then mirrors and goes right. If the big key's not down here, obviously.
Either that, or he takes a wild gamble on Tile Room. That's always an option.
I've heard people that have done this before. 15, well, is down here. 15 is your big key.
And that's vanilla, too.
And Lady Laura Linda is our winner, our tracker. Of course, she gets all the prizes today. All the love and stuff.
Alright, Iceman is just reaching Ganon's tower, and Walther is continuing his way up the tower. Well, Iceman did go Hope Room first, and he's now heading left. Walther making his way through the gauntlet, face tanking damage with enthusiasm. I appreciate that.
So Iceman, even with red mail, 19 hearts, will pick up that blue pot.
That
So
is
no
bottle
Bob.
percent for him. I appreciate it.
No Bob on his side today either.
Oh, Walther just missed the powder on that bunny beam.
A very nice Lambo 2 fight there by Walter. Delaying the room there so all 3 Lambos come up at the same time, get a sword spin on him with Butter Sword, and then 1 slash to each. Very nicely done.
Oh, Walther temporarily pulling out the wrong cane there for this Wizrobe room, costing him a couple seconds. Does not make the same mistake twice. Makes quick work of those. Good thing we have half magic here, still having no lamp. Now, is he going to check these 4 chests on the climb for silvers?
I don't think you do. Said no to the 3 in the front. What about the validation chest? Maybe.
Oh no, Moldorm fall. Maybe he will open it now just for revenge. And that is Moldorm 2 down.
Oh,
I think that's like 3 or 4 50 rupee packs we found in GT alone.
yeah, no silvers found on Walter's side today. Maybe Iceman checks these chests here?
Maybe. He is just starting his climb, and Walther is into the Aga 2 fight.
Ooh, nice double there. Two 0, 2 0 1. 2 0 1 1. 2 more here. Yeah, 2 0 1 1 2 for those playing the home game there.
Iceman collecting those 5 arrows under the skull there to make sure he has enough to take care of those mimics. And Walther is going to be dropping into Ganon just before the 1 hour 49 minute mark. So yeah, casual boots, huh? Butterstick making the 1-on-1 on Ganon absolutely trivial. He's on to phase 3 now. And we are about to find out where those silvers were.
So that leaves right side, tile room, or the chest, 3 chests up at the top.
Yeah, so 1 in 8. We might still see them from Iceman. Maybe. I have lost count of the number of spins Walther has got, but he is getting close, I think.
I think a couple more here should be fine. There we go.
Well done. Let's get our GGs for Walther, who is going to take this race as soon as he safely steps over that bridge.
We are going to see, get your GGs in chat for Walter. Clocking in with a time of 1:51:07. And
Well, the silvers were not on the climb.
so silver's tile room or right side.
I'm actually very curious to see what our collection rates are going to be in this seed. Somehow we still did not turn up the mirror shield either, and I'm incredibly disappointed about that.
I'm gonna guess it has to be. I'm gonna say a 185.
Yeah, I always find it is quite a bit less than you think it is. I would say 200-ish, but therefore I'm gonna say 180, somewhere 186. Yeah, let's go with that, just to be different.
Okay. So we got the Ganon fight over here on, or excuse me, the Aga fight over here on Iceman's side. I have not been keeping count, but that was a nice double.
Nicely done. Iceman dropping into the Ganon fight now. Iceman getting the 1-in-1 as well. That Butterstick only face tanking 2 hearts of damage there. And here we are on phase 4. That is 6. He's halfway there, and he completes the triple. Just 2 more. Okay, he must have missed one somewhere. Or 2. And that is Ganon down for Iceman. GG.
Yeah, let's get your GGs in the chat for Iceman. Very good run. And it's
I would
gonna
have done.
finish the race here at 1:55.36. And we are joined by Walter and Iceman, both at the same time. GG's, guys. Very good race.
Yep,
GG's.
GG.
You know, I thought it was my understanding that all dungeons were last week.
Yeah,
Oh,
well, we didn't have to do Agate Tower at least.
Yeah, I suppose.
Oh, yeah. Blue Link did mention that, you know, at the very beginning that there was a chance that we would see all dungeons, but we ended up seeing that anyway. So from our perspective, I think, you know, this race was determined by flute knowledge, and also, you know, an ice rod hunt. But
Yeah. I was mentioning to Walter that, like, if only when I went to Agina, I looked at the ledge. That would have saved me a lot of time, I think. Maybe not enough to win, but at least got me a bit closer.
and also another story that we painted, you know, as commentators is, you know, how many heart pieces actually showed up. In fact, we started not even mentioning them. That, like, for example, Saha gave you absolutely nothing. You didn't see it.
Mhm.
And congratulations on finding all 11 heart containers. And Walter, I appreciate your discipline in leaving that one in K45 behind.
Yeah, I mean, I have 18 hearts. I don't really need 19, so.
But chat was hoping that like there were a couple of heart pieces I think that Iceman skipped, but we were the chat was pulling for you to go back and pick up, like, for example, the one in Mushroom Spot,
Yeah,
one
no,
off
that wasn't going to happen.
Floating Island. You know, I don't think we'll. You know, I've been watching Rando for quite some time. I think this is the closest I ever seen to a 20 heart piece pickup.
It's
Would've been
quite
my-
rare in, at least in these modes. Like cross keys, you might see it a couple of times, but
Yeah.
you don't get this much. I would trade all of my heart containers for silvers instead.
Did you check the other 2 chests in Ice Armors?
Yeah, I did, but
Okay.
then I skipped the climb except for the last one.
Yeah,
Okay,
between
so
the
then
two
it
of
was
you, it
right
was
side.
just compass room and tile room that were left behind.
Okay, then that makes sense.
And somehow the mirror shield didn't turn up either.
Mm-hmm.
That's always a good thing.
Yeah, also it was a weird seed. I felt like I lucked out when I got hammer early, but
Why?
then we had to full clear the game anyways.
I'm like, how many people are actually going to mirror check this and have to potentially run back to get the purple chest? And I'm like, oh, look, there's hammer. Okay, I guessed right.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking about like some fancy routing I could do in order to like do that powder, but I just decided to just go for the powder instead, which was good because otherwise it would have looked kind of stupid to do something fancy and then just getting hammered anyways.
So looking at your credits things, it was about a 45-minute difference between pickup times for the flute there.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah,
I mean, I
super
also
early.
went back to Skull pretty late, so that helped it. But yeah, the scouting itself.
So the collection rates we're looking at here now: 180 for Iceman and 175 for Walter. Probably differences, a couple more heart pieces on Iceman's side. We're just going to leave it at that.
Yeah, our two guesses were 185 and 186, and I thought I was being conservative. My goodness.
Yeah, it's just like you get to skip some stuff naturally, like just in dungeons and things that you see in the overworld. So like if you combine the things that we our knowledge as well, it would probably be like at least 190.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
But yeah, it was not the most fun seed, but it was a fun time anyways.
So
I
do
just
you-
double checked. Spike Cave was lamp.
Oh,
Yes,
Yeah,
our
I was-
tracker, Lady Lorelinda, narrowed it down to literally Hera Basement or Spike Cave.
yeah.
And I just quickly checked Spike. It was there.
there you go, chat. Shout out to Iceman for finding out where that lamp was for you.
Oh, and probably worth noting, the Thieves Town big chest was 1 single rupee.
I don't think I didn't go back for that.
Mhm. At least we had
Once I
starting
got
boots in
hammer,
this seed.
yeah, once I got hammer there, I'm like, should I go back? No, I shouldn't. That's just a waste of time. But yeah, starting boots always is a help for, especially for a seed like this, where
Yeah,
you had to clear so much.
Boots' location was in on the laser bridge, right? So
Yep.
That would have made this seed even more of a nightmare.
yeah.
So, do you guys have any closing thoughts on the seed? Maybe do y'all have y'all's next series this week planned out, or what's
No,
going
Yeah,
on?
it's actually later tonight, in like I think like 2 hours
yeah.
from now.
Is it? I'm not sure. It's supposed to be, but I was talking with my teammate. She said she might have had to push it back a bit,
Oh, okay.
or at least asked to.
Hmm.
So we'll see.
Okay,
Yeah,
and then
that should be an interesting game.
any closing thoughts about the seed from anybody, commentator or Blue Link or any of our runners?
Seed sucked.
Yeah. What's next week's mode?
Almost all dungeon.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say hopefully not all dungeons next week, but I guess
No,
we're doing all dungeons
it's,
next week.
it's guaranteed all dungeon.
But yeah, at least we have that mindset going into the seed.
And also we know what's on PED next week as well. So
Mm-hmm. Hey, going back to back for Pat. But yeah, thanks for doing the comms and tracking, and thanks Iceman as well. And
Yep, it was
good
a
luck
good race, nice and close.
in the rest of the in the groups.
Yep, you guys too.
All right, Blue Link, I'll let you close out the stream for us here, sir.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you to our runners for putting on an excellent display of skill, despite the seed wanting to play games with us. Thank you to our tracker, Lady Laura Linda. She's one of the best in the business. Yeah, I think that's all.
All right, everybody, have a good rest of your it's Monday. Yes, have a good Monday, or yeah, have a good night, day, wherever you're watching.